So this is going to be a topic that's probably going to come off as very personal and kind of self-serving because I'm an artist and make creative content on occasion. Sometimes. Not as much as I probably should. But I wanted to talk about today the idea of liking art and why people should stop liking art. And I admit this is a bit of a clickbait title. I gotcha, you've been bamboozled into watching. What I mean isn't don't appreciate art, but we're talking today about social media and the like button. And how the like button is kneecapping your favorite artist, and by extension, you are inadvertently kneecapping your favorite artist. And the reason I bring this up is because it's something that I did a lot myself, especially a few years ago before I started posting things online. And now that I'm on the other side, and I've seen it happen to a lot of other people too, I understand that the like button is a useful function of social media. It's a way to kind of show interest or even just empathy or sympathy to a cause when it's a negative statement. So it serves a useful function. However, the like button is a detriment when it comes to supporting creative content online. Because the thing that makes creators and their content be successful in the modern internet sphere is by getting more eyeballs on it. And this really is how everything works. Attention is a commodity, and everybody needs more attention if they want to be successful. And if you want your favorite artist to be successful, you need to get more eyeballs on their stuff. And I was terrible at doing this. I abused the like button all the time. So let's back up for a second though and talk about why the like button doesn't help artists. The like button is an artificial boosting metric in social media for the most part. You look at something on Tumblr, for example, or you look at a tweet on Twitter, and they have a lot of likes, hundreds, thousands of likes, or they have lots of notes on something like Tumblr, hundreds or thousands of notes. But if you dial in and look at the differences between likes and retweets or likes and reblogs, it's always skewed heavily towards like. And I'm not going to tell anyone to stop liking things. I'm not the boss of you. I can't control what you do. I'm not going to sit here and preach on high, but I'm going to make a case for why, if you're somebody who wants to actively help an artist succeed that you like, hitting like and stopping there isn't doing them a huge favor. A lot of people use the like button as a way of kind of keeping track of things that they actually like. They use it literally as a like button. I like this. I want to go look at it later. I want to keep a record of things that I've seen online that I'm interested in. That's fine. But if you like an artist and you want them to succeed and you want to actively help them grow, become more successful, and by consequence, make more things for you to enjoy, reblog it, retweet it, share it. Sharing is so important in today's online social media culture because everybody's on social media, and the way that people find things now is through social media. I guarantee that post that you liked, you found it because someone else retweeted it or reblogged it or reshared it. It almost certainly probably didn't come from the creator themselves unless you were already following them, in which case you've already discovered them. We discover new artists 99% of the time by finding it from someone else sharing it. So you've already experienced the power of resharing content. It's so important. And I kind of feel shitty for bringing this up because I know some people will probably give me flack for it, but there's a reason that exposure is so enticing and is used to bait people into doing creative projects pro bono without getting paid. It's because eyeballs are the end goal. People who create, they want other people to see their work. That's why they make it. There are creators like myself who have a sense of self-satisfaction of just taking an idea and making it real. And I would say most artists have that too, but there's an additional layer on top of that once it's out in the world, you want as many people to experience it and enjoy it as possible. It makes you feel good, it makes other people feel good. It's a win-win for everybody involved. And in order to do that, you have to get eyeballs on it. And that can only be done by yourself so much. Every person who likes something and does nothing else has the potential to increase its reach by resharing it and exposing it to everyone who follows them, even if that's 10,000 people or just 10. By exposing an artist to 10 more people, you've increased its visibility by 10 times that you would have just by liking it. Because if you like it, you've seen it. If you retweet it to your 10 followers, now 10 more people have seen it, and they have the potential to also retweet it and 10 more people that follow them, and it becomes an exponential sort of growth thing. And this is how things go viral. This is the key to virality. People reshare, and those people who see it reshare it again and over and over and over, and that's how you get a viral hit. Virality doesn't work if people aren't sharing. If everybody who saw a video or saw a piece of art that went viral just liked it instead of resharing it, it would never reach critical mass. So if you want your favorite artists to reach critical mass, become more successful, have more creative freedom via time and money to do more work, sharing is of utmost importance. And this is the promise of working for exposure. By promising to give you more eyeballs, it tempts people to do work for free because they enjoy it, under the promise that more people will see their work and they could potentially go viral or gather a bigger audience. So many people I know want to support their favorite artists on Patreon or something like that. Every artist now is a Patreon, but the more people that see your work, the more that fraction of people who support you can potentially grow as well. So if you don't have the money to support your artist with cash, but you want to help them out, reblogging, retweeting, resharing is the most important thing you can do, and it takes no time at all. So I've made a very conscious decision over the last year or so that every time I stumble upon a new artist that I like, I don't just like it, I always reblog it, I always retweet it, and a lot of times I like to leave a comment as well, like, you can quote tweets. I quote tweet people all the time now. If you look at my Twitter timeline, I'm big into low poly 3D, so every time I follow a new low poly 3D person, they retweet somebody, I always try and retweet and leave a comment, or at least retweet it to get it out there to more people, because this is how people grow. This is how people become successful. And when I start putting out more content, I've done it already and I'm going to do more. I hope people do the same thing for me. I want my stuff to grow. I just did a low poly model of Cuphead a week ago as of recording. It's probably more like a month by the time this comes out. And that has like a 5-to-1 ratio of likes to reblogs on Tumblr. And it's about the same. I think it's a 4-to-1 or a 5-to-1 on Twitter. So it has like 300 total interactions, if you want to say, but only a fifth of those, 20%, was actually exposing it to new eyeballs. The rest of the people just saw it on my feed, said like, and that was it. So all of those people, let's say there's 250 people who liked the Cuphead model on Tumblr, which is the last time I checked it. If each of them had 10 followers, and some of them probably have more, but if each of them have 10, that means there's 2,500 people who potentially could have seen it and also liked it, or also reblogged it and continued that growth. 2,500! That's way more than the 300 it has right now. So your resharing of content matters. It matters so much. It matters more than anyone I think really gives credit for. And I want to help other artists grow. I want to help other creators grow. That's why when I find videos on them that I like, I always try and share them. When I see art I like, I always try and share them. Some people don't like to clutter up their timeline or anything, but if you like these people and you want to see them make more content for you and you want to help them out just as a person struggling to create what they want and create a life for themselves, doing what they love, resharing is so important. Give them the exposure that people with money hold over them and force them to sacrifice money in order to get. Make exposure not a thing that has to tempt artists to do work they shouldn't be doing, because everybody's already giving them exposure every time they see them for free because it's simple and easy to do. We live in an online culture now where exposure is literally one click. So please, I'm begging you, not even just as someone selfish because I'm about to dump a fuck ton of content online over the next month or change. Just in general, there's so many people I follow right now that are incredible artists that have smaller audiences than I do, even though I haven't done shit for like a year and a half because they don't get enough retweets. It drives me crazy. These people are fucking gods. They need more love. I can't be the only one that does it. I'm going crazy over here. It's so important. Holy fuck. Just hit retweet. Just hit reblog. Share those videos you find on YouTube that make you laugh and the algorithm spits out at you. Let other people find them. They're fucking amazing and they need to be seen by more people. Resharing is really important. That's I could have summed this up in like one sentence, but there you go. Resharing, really important. Share this video if you liked it, all right? Don't feel obligated. I think that's the last point I'm going to make. I don't want to get up here and preach and say you have to retweet something, because sometimes you don't like it that much. It's just, I think that's where some people use the like button a lot. And I'm sure I'm the victim of that with a lot of my work too, because I'm still starting out in 3D and I'm not new. It's like, I like it. Not enough to earn a retweet, but I'll like it. I'll give it a heart. I'll give it a thumbs up. I'll give it something like that. That's good enough. That shows a little bit of things. I get it. You're kind of caught in that middle ground, but just know that liking something isn't doing anything to help the artist. It shows that you like the work, you like the piece, and that gives them a little kind of good little feeling. Every time someone hearts my work, I get a little good feeling and I'm like, all right, someone thought it was good. I can keep going. But if you want to help it grow, if you want to help the artist as a person and not just kind of like, good job, buddy, but like actually have a tangible impact on their career, quote unquote, and growing their work, consider liking, but also consider reblogging and realizing how resharing is a hugely important thing that doesn't cost you a dime, that costs you literally one more click and can have a huge, huge difference because your reshare could be the difference between virality and obscurity. That's all I got for today. Thanks for listening.